Licensed games are a mixed bag. Most are average, some are really abysmal, but there are a golden few that stand heads and shoulders above the crowd. Most often, the reason why these golden few work so well is that they serve to encapsulate the things that made the IP so great to begin with. Nothing is ever perfect though, and most of these games only provide as close of an approximation as possible to the licensed source material. Usually, the closer a game gets to the beating heart of what makes the IP so great, the better the game gets as a result. Which brings me to the point of this video review. Friends, I have played something special. According to Wikipedia, there have been over 90 video games released over the last 3 decades across consoles, handhelds, mobile devices, and arcades, depicting the universe of the now legendary Japanese multimedia powerhouse, Dragon Ball. After all that time and all those games, Arc System Works and Bandai Namco have crafted what I believe to be the most perfect personification of this series ever put to a controller. Hands down, no contest, no runbacks. Dragon Ball FighterZ is a game for a whole world of fans, and while it may not be objectively perfect, it's about as damn close as any video game could ever hope to achieve, licensed or otherwise. There's 3 things that this game absolutely nails: presentation, mechanics, and approachability. In terms of presentation, Dragon Ball FighterZ is more than a treat. It's a never-ending dessert buffet. Every single character model is painstakingly recreated to scale, no detail is missed. Attacks both great and small are taken from key points in the manga and or the anime series. The voice actors from the original Japanese cast are out in full force. That goes for the equally legendary English dub as well. And they reprise their iconic roles with just as much ham as you can stomach. Animations are smooth. The stages are monuments to the greatest battles in the series' history. Said stages break apart with damage over time and can even be completely destroyed under the right conditions. You can even transition from some stages to others mid-match, and this is all accomplished in a way that never feels like anything except pure DBZ. Mechanically, the game plays a lot like Capcom's Versus series, or at least games from about Tatsunoko vs. Capcom onward, including Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There are 3 attack buttons in escalating levels of strength: light, medium, and hard, a special button to throw key blasts or deflect hits, and combinations of these buttons that cause rapid fisticuff flurries, homing flight, teleporting back kicks, and the always necessary "scream at your opponent until you become more powerful than them" technique. Add in 2 assist buttons that function as support and tag out partners, then toss in a last-ditch supercharge mode that lasts longer as the number of people you have on your team dwindles. You can even summon the mighty Shenron under the right conditions. Fair warning, just about everyone will wish for immortality. But even if you can no longer die, it's not guaranteed to save you from the wrath of these hands. Moving on. That might sound like a crazy amount of crap to remember, but this leads directly into the final thing that this game gets right. And arguably, it might be the most important of the three. This game is phenomenally approachable, to the point that it shines through the constant and lavish fan service. As this is an ArcSys fighting game, you know, the lovely folks behind Guilty Gear. The game is not only built for FGC hardcores. Those players that demand complex cancel routes and meme-worthy combo string comebacks will find a new playground that is both deep and expansive. But it's crafted in such a way that it's immediately and satisfyingly playable for even the most casual video game players around. I mean, you can mash the control pad and buttons like a jackass and still come up with something that looks absolutely effing brutal. Hell, you can repeatedly wail on the light attack button for an automatic combo string that rewards you with a Dragon Ball, or a wish if you collect all 7. Or you can mash the medium attack button for something that trades in the Dragon Ball acquisition for something that ends with a little more oomph. All of this serves to give new players a drastically lowered skill wall to contend with. Fusing that with something that's still World Championship Tournament spec might very well be the most impressive thing that ArcSys has managed to pull off. Modes are selected from a hub lobby, which is kind of weird and clunky in its own regard, but what it lacks in simplicity, it makes up for in phenomenally cool presentation. Hardcore fans are really going to get giddy over stuff like seeing King Kai's car drive around his little planet in the practice mode menu, for instance. I know I did. Speaking of practice, there's combo trials that will teach you a great deal about the game's inner workings, so definitely spend some time there before hitting the main practice mode for your all-important lab time. Another cool thing to note is that these trials are absolutely doable. It's not like other fighting games where they hand you something that you need some sort of master's degree in the game to figure out. All of these trials are doable, and it's not that tough to do, which is huge for inclusivity's sake. There's plenty of multiplayer options, ranked fights, casual matches, player rooms to create, arcade modes to challenge, local battles against CPU opponents, or real, live humans. Replays of top-level fights, unlockable colors, characters, emote stickers, you name it. Add in a ton of future DLC, and you have a package that can't be missed by even the most casual Dragon Ball aficionado. All in all, this is the ultimate Dragon Ball Z game. It accurately reflects the look of the show, the mechanics accurately represent the combat style of the show, and the open nature of the game's design ensures that everyone who loves Goku and his army of frenemies will find something enduring to love here. It's not perfect, well, because nothing ever is. But I do have to admit that, for all intents and purposes, this is as close to a perfect licensed game as you're ever going to get, and it's far closer to perfect than you'd ever expect a licensed game to be. Long story short, if you don't buy Dragon Ball FighterZ, the only one who loses is you. Hey guys, it's Grant Patterson, Basement Roadshow. Glad you tuned in to our review of Dragon Ball FighterZ. We've got a really cool guide from Antonio Levalle on the site right now about the combo system and how to basically break that down. He's basically trying to teach newer players how to get better, and I think that's absolutely important, so by all means, go over and check that out. If you like what we're doing here, hit the like button. If you like all of our videos or want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to hear about what all we've got in the pipeline, hit us up at basementroadshow.com. Hit our link down below, join our Discord. We're always there. We're always talking mad. For Basement Roadshow, I'm Grant Patterson. I'm not keeping it 100. I'm keeping it over 9,000. Seriously, guys, there's few things I want in this world more than a Team 4-star voice pack for this. I mean, I'm not kidding. If I could actually have Vegeta come out and say, "I am the hype!" Like, dude. Although I don't know how that would work out. Having Nappa going, Vegeta, Vegeta, Vegeta all the time. I think it would be a temptation far too great for most to resist. We're always there and we're always talking mad shit.